Loopring is a decentralized finance project with the ticker symbol LRC, and it's trading at 30 cents at the time of this recording. The market capitalization of the Loopring token is $381,809,218.76. Judging by the performance of LRC in 2021, we can say that it had one very good year. You've probably not heard about it before, so we know you got questions like, what is Loopring? What promises does the future hold for Loopring in 2022 and 2023? In this video, we'll learn about the Loopring project and its price prediction for 2022 and 2023. What is Loopring? The Loopring project is another amazing project built on the Ethereum network, but it also has an impressive cross-chain feature that allows it to operate on the Solana blockchain. Daniel Wang has headed Loopring for 5 years since its launch in 2017. It's now being led by Steve Guo, their new CEO. According to Loopring's new CEO, the LRC token will launch on 2 other blockchains like NEO and Qtum in the future. The entire scope of Loopring surpasses any existing utility token. It's an ERC20 token that can be used for building decentralized exchanges. This angle broadens our perspective on how big the Loopring project will get in the future. A decentralized exchange is an off-track crypto marketplace where people can trade cryptocurrencies of any kind, both old and new coins. When we say DEX, you can think of swap protocols like PancakeSwap, SushiSwap, Uniswap, etc. Each of these platforms uses its own tokens for facilitating transactions. For instance, PancakeSwap has the Cake token. The function of a DEX is massive, and being the underlying layer token of a functional DEX will give a lot of positives for a token like Loopring's LRC in its use case. One of the best things about LRC is its low supply. There are only about 1.37 billion units of LRC ever created, and a certain percentage of it will be burned over time, giving it stronger fundamentals in terms of scarcity, which will drive up its prices. Loopring's competitors. Here are a couple of projects that are similar to Loopring. I already mentioned some earlier, but we'll highlight them again for more emphasis. Competitors of Loopring include Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Curve, 1inch, Synthetix. You need to take to heart that Loopring is not a decentralized exchange like the projects I mentioned here. It's simply a project for creating DEXs like these, but with unique benefits. Why is Loopring unique? In theory, decentralized exchanges are better than their centralized counterparts, but their flaws are pretty glaring. Loopring aims to bridge the gap between the two types of exchanges. It'll create DEXs with all the benefits and accessibility of centralized exchanges. DEXs are great at handling settlement, while centralized markets tend to have the upper hand regarding order matching. Loopring is a marriage of both features. On the other hand, it offers more privacy on transaction data. It's got its own NFT marketplace. It can run over 2,000 transactions within a second. It's governed by DAO. It uses a specialized interface known as ZkRollups. Let us explain what ZkRollups are all about. What are ZkRollups? The purpose of Loopring is to create DEXs that operate without a third-party agent or a central authority that charges a fee for the transaction. All these are made possible by Loopring's ZkRollups, known as zero-knowledge rollups. These rollups serve cryptocurrencies in 2 ways. 1. It reduces quantity of data in a transaction. 2. The reduction in data content speeds up transaction. ZkRollups accumulates hundreds of transactions in a bundle off-chain and settles them in one fell swoop on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, most people do not appreciate the idea of moving transactions off-chain, but we cannot deny that it reduces the congestion of transactions. ZkRollups are not unique to Loopring. Projects like Polygon Network, whose native crypto is Matic, also focus strongly on ZkRollups as a viable Layer 2 solution for blockchains. Loopring's LRC price movements. The coin launched on August 1st, 2017, and was made available to the public through an initial coin offering, ICO, equivalent to a publicly traded company's initial public offering, IPO. At the start, the coin was traded at 0.06 per LRC. It enjoyed a pretty good spike, and by August 31st that year, it had grown 222 times its initial value to 0.1333 when it was listed on CoinMarketCap. The project endured a lull in its price movements, and for 2 years it had dropped to lower than its ICO price to trade at an all-time low of 0.01986. But 2021 was going to be a better year for the coin. It closed off 2020 at 0.18 cents, and it grew to an all-time high of about $3.83 around November before it joined the bearish market again. LRC's closing price for 2021 was $2.10 per coin. The crypto market crash dragged on in 2022 and slipped below $1, and now it trades at around 29 cents at the recording time. LRC's price prediction. Considering the growing acceptance of Loopring by crypto developers, it's likely that LRC will perform well in the long term. We'd like to give you an overly optimistic forecast of the price of Loopring, but we cannot do that given the nature of the crypto market. We cannot say enough about the market volatility coupled with the host of other factors influencing the price of Loopring. The most prominent factor is the influence of Bitcoin. Experts believe that the ups and downs observed in the LRC price action from when it was first launched in 2017 had something to do with some of the movements of Bitcoin. BTC had a heck of a year between 2017 and 2018, and when it went high, Loopring rose in tandem, and when it went low, we observed a decrease in the price of LRC. The same pattern was visible in 2018 and 2019 when BTC hit the low end. So did LRC. It also picked up when BTC began the bull run that lasted between 2020 and 2021, and the same applies to this time. This is not a surprising fact after all. BTC's price action tends to affect most altcoins. The reason is that BTC comprises more than 35% of crypto market capitalization, but it's undeniable that certain altcoins show the potential of being capable of moving independently outside the influence of Bitcoin. These are mostly meme coins and a couple of DeFi-centered projects. Loopring could morph into an independent project given the level of upgrades and partnerships it's forming with names like GameStop. We understand that GameStop attracts a lot of hype, which could be good for LRC tokens in terms of demand. If GameStop sponsors a buying frenzy of LRC, the price is bound to grow exceedingly. Is Loopring a good buy right now? In the short term, it's immensely risky to put the money you're not ready to lose in Loopring. Well, the entire crypto industry shares the same sentiments. You should not look at Loopring or any other cryptocurrency as a get-rich-quick scheme if you want to get the best value out of it. But if you want to buy LRC tokens now, it'd be best to buy them as a long-term investment. The coin could return to its previous highs of around $4 and go even higher in 2 to 3 years if there's an extensive bull run. What are its prospects for 2022? We're not putting too many expectations on a comprehensive spike, considering that there's an incredibly low demand for most crypto projects. On a more optimistic note, 40 cents to 50 cents seems like a good closing price for Loopring for 2022. The trading education block suggests that LRC coils close off the year between 58 cents and $2. I think $2 is a little far-fetched, except we see a sustained bull run spanning for more than 2 months. It might not happen at all. While it's a smart choice to add to your portfolio, you should hodl. The future is promising in 2023 as more DEXs on the Ethereum network will use Loopring's technology, leading experts to predict a max price of $5 for Loopring in 2023. However, if the bears continue to dominate the market, it's unlikely for us to see LRC hit $1 early enough in 2023. Do you think Loopring is a good investment choice? Will there be viable DEXs on the Ethereum network that are likely to use Loopring? Drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.